In some other news, Pakistan's biggest lie now stands exposed, and it's the United Nations that has blown the lid of Islamabad Dawood's cover-up. The UN has confirmed that India's most wanted terrorist and underworld don does live in Pakistan. A panel set up by the UN Security Council's Al-Qaeda Sanction Committee has verified Dawood's 6 addresses in Karachi. The addresses were all part of the dossier that was submitted by India. In fact, India had submitted a list of 9 addresses of Dawood Ibrahim. The United Nations panel, however, has found 6 of them to be genuine. What's more is that one of the addresses was found to be extremely similar to that of a residence of Islamabad's envoy to the United Nations, Maliha Lodi. India had cited the 9 addresses as those frequented by the underworld don. Pakistan has consistently denied that Dawood is living in their country. And editor India Today, Shiv Arur, joins us for more on this. Shiv, once again, Pakistan's lies for all to see. What really now impact will it make, in the international community and even in the United Nations?
Well, given that Pakistan has never really restricted itself to, obeying any strictures by the United Nations or any other international or multinational body, it actually means very little practically, Avantika. But on the ground, what this, of course, does is bolsters India's case. India had provided a dossier in August last year, providing a specific list of 9 addresses, to support its allegation that Dawood Ibrahim lives and operates and is funded and protected by the Pakistani state. Of those 9 addresses, 3 have been found to be either of somebody else's address or not complete. Now that is not that is not something that India should be embarrassed about, because 6 addresses have been confirmed. They haven't been stricken down by the United Nations Security Council's Al-Qaeda Action Committee. The fact remains that India's case against Dawood Ibrahim has been getting even and ever stronger in the last few months.
Yes.
Apart from evidence about addresses, there've also been phone intercepts that have been accessed by the Indian government and Indian intelligence agencies. There have been other bits of information that have been gathered that support India's allegation that Dawood Ibrahim lives and operates in Pakistan. So this is definitely not a setback for India. In fact, it's an affirmation, a confirmation of what India has been saying all along.
Absolutely. And Shiv, can you give us a little bit more information on those 6 addresses that have now been found to be genuine by the United Nations? Any information on those addresses that were handed over by India to the UN in that dossier?
Yes, the addresses are extremely specific. Apart from the Clifton Heights area of Karachi, which is very well known to be the residence of the very well protected residence of Dawood Ibrahim and his family. There are a few other addresses both in Karachi as well as Islamabad that have been provided by the government, which has been made public by the government. Many of these addresses, happen to be commercial establishments or residences of other persons. These are basically locations to which the Indian government has evidence that Dawood Ibrahim was physically present at several points of time. Right. So obviously he was comfortable, either going there or being escorted there by Pakistan security forces, who obviously protect Dawood Ibrahim in Pakistan. So these are, apart from Clifton Heights, which is well known, India Today's own team has visited that area,
yes,
filmed extensively from that area. Right. Probably the first channel to actually put out images of the very residence of Dawood Ibrahim. This new affirmation from the United Nations makes things even tougher for Pakistan. So if you're in Pakistan right now, you should be very embarrassed about the United Nations Security Council basically upholding 6 addresses as being ones where Dawood Ibrahim has either lived or visited in the last few years.
All right, so the big validation there coming in for India from the UN panel. For now, Shiv, thank you so much for joining us. Let's also